Hey everybody. Yeah, I was looking at yesterday's video. I was pretty excited. Um, I used to get kidney stones all the time, and what would happen is, like you get it's a tremendous amount of pain, and then the next day after the kidney stones were gone, um, you know, I, I would just feel amazing, and that's because your body sort of creates a bunch of chemicals to sort of help you deal with the pain. And so when the pain's gone, you still have the chemicals. So that's good. And that's kind of one of the main benefits if you can handle it without any pain, pain killers. Your body will eventually adapt and create its own natural painkillers and all that. But that's not necessarily an option for everybody, and everybody's body is different. But it's the only thing I can think of when I looked at yesterday's video, which I have not uploaded yet. I'm actually like considering not uploading it, but I will. I will anyways. But anyways, so I think the other thing I was very excited about is just how easy this splitting, because I was really expecting it to be very, very difficult, and it's turned out to be a lot easier than I was expecting. So I think the next step is to, I guess, um, just like comment everything out in here and just see what breaks. Um, Theoretically, I should just be able to point everything the other um, at the other Showtime scene service, right? Because it has everything that the original had. Um, I'm toying around with the idea of setting these within the constructor instead of like here, but I don't see why. So I don't know, maybe. So let's see what breaks. Okay, so fingers crossed that when I do this and I change this to what's it, Showtime scene service. Oh, and I want to do get scenes and hit save. I've got some more breakages. I probably should have committed that other work too, since it was working. Um, so this one I think I can just make Showtime scene service. And just for fun, we'll just change it that way. Let's save this and go to the next one. I kind of like clicking that because it kind of highlights the whole thing for me, I think. Okay, so this one is Showtime scene service and then get scene. I will say that I genuinely think that this using this get scene is better than just accessing the item directly. And actually, I'm glad I made them private yesterday. Now that I think about it, um, because that would actually have worked um, without me actually fixing it. So I'm glad we found it. Control V. All right, glad I set it to that. And this is. Let's see. Looks like there's something broken up here. Hmm. Oh, it's probably scenes. Oh, hang on. Okay, so it is just the one. So, and I have to admit, like I was just kind of like just then wondering, is this the Showtime scene or the 3JS scene? And then I realized, oh, I only broke the Showtime scene, so that's the only one. Okay, let's go ahead and add a mesh. Let's go make a modification to our scene. That's good. Let's move this sucker over to -4 and animate it. It's coming right at us. So that's cool. It looks like that is this problem is over. That the mission is accomplished of getting rid of the whole, like turning this single sort of concept into two concepts. And I think the code is a lot easier to read. Um, and then we do have the option at this point to like, instead of returning an actual reference to the scene, I could like make a copy of the scene and send it. And then I wouldn't even have to worry about any outsiders modifying my private variable there. And then, same here, I could make a copy uh, of the scene items. I don't know. I definitely would love to see something break. Yeah, so something along these lines I could do. Um, I would love to see something break, just for learning purposes, from not having made the copy. Um, so, um, I would love to be like maybe some videos down the line, just be like, oh, if only I had made this return a copy instead of the value. It's like one of those funny things I say about double equals and triple equals. It's like literally in my career, like when I first started, there was in JavaScript, there was only double equals, there was no triple equals. And I remember for decades, I could say, like, I have never seen anything broken because of a double equals, like ever. But I've seen plenty of things broken because of triple equals. So I, from a practical perspective, just never really liked uh, double triple equals. But it does give you more precise. And I will say that I have since seen that. Although is something broken? No, nothing's broken. It's just um, I was looking at the video and I could see that I had like errors down there, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Um, but yeah, so that is done. The that scene service can be deleted now, I think. Its spec can be deleted, and that. Oh, I thought I got rid of. Oh, did I not save? I did not save. I bet you. Oh no, I do an import right there. Up in here. Hit save. That's my really bad imitation of a New Orleans. Uh, it's one of my very, very favorite places to ever be. I've only been a couple times, but it's been an absolute delight being there both times. Um, it's just like a lot of fun. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I thought that was gonna be like I was literally expecting there would be at least 5, 6 parts to teasing all that out. I like how we have our services, and then we have our Showtime services and our three services, and so now this camera. I think. Well, okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is add a fog to the scene, so that so when you're in here in the scene, you can add fog. Uh, and I don't know how, like, if fog is like a number or what. Um, what are we on time? 10 minutes. That's not too bad. Chat GPT. Um, let's see. How do you set up fog in Three.js? Um, I was so in the state of Georgia, they're doing study committees because they're trying to craft laws around AI. I'm a bit disappointed because I was kind of hoping that they would have a lot of focus on like consumer data uh, protection. And at this point, I don't think that is high on their lists, or not. It's on some of them, but not all of them. But it seems like the focus is more about like just making Georgia um, like uh, a, a a friendly place for people and organizations to build and um, build AI, and making AI like very available for students and organizations to use in order to become um, more efficient. So that's been most of the focus around that. But there was an expert that was talking today or yesterday that I was watching that was saying that if you look, there's like this really amazing large language Russian AI module, and it says if you ask it like who landed on the moon first, it'll say Russia. Apparently, I don't even know if any of this is true, but that's what was said um, in the meeting. Um, and that was sort of like who knows if this stuff is right. We have definitely seen this thing be wrong before, um, but so anyways, it looks like we can use a fog or a fog x2 fog, um, and then I guess with the x squared, you can it'll fade exponentially as opposed to linearly, I'm assuming. So it looks like you can say how far, I guess. So as you're moving forward, you go into the fog. Um, I guess, I don't know. That's weird. Near and far. Oh, okay. So the fog starts at 1. So if we're sitting at 0, I don't think we would see any fog. Maybe. And then if we move forward, we would see fog once we got to here, and then this would be the color of the fog, um, where the fog starts. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing like if something is sitting at 12, it's going to be in the fog, but if it's sitting at 1, um, and then and I guess it's the same. It's just there's only fog. There's nothing like that. And then um, I don't know. Oh, okay, so so mesh standard material. We might end up having to update like the material. I mean the meshes too, so that they could kind of like how we had to do for shadows. Um, so render scene, document event child, animate, camera, render. Yeah. So it might end up being that, or maybe it's specifically for the mesh standard material. I can't see the mesh service. Let's see. Do we have? Let's see. Control. Yeah. Let's see what our supported meshes are. Mesh material types. Um, Not mesh Mesh manager. Here, let's hit Alt back, Alt back. Yeah, so we don't use the standard mesh standard material. By default, most materials in ThreeJS support fog, but ensure your material has fog enabled if it's a custom shader. So I do not think we have a custom shader, but I guess I should ask what is a custom shader? Let's see. Boy, that's a hard question apparently. Okay, so mesh standard, and yeah, so it doesn't. Okay, so I don't have to worry about shaders at this point, but it looks like at some point, whenever I move into these other things, I may have to. Um, yeah, we might. Okay, customer that are not possible with the default ThreeJS materials. Um, so yeah, we don't do anything like that. I don't know exactly. This is so beyond anything that I understand. Um, Probably like 2 years away from being able to say, like, in 2 years this will probably be super simple, but right now it's just like I don't know what the hell that is. Um, so yeah, uh, tomorrow basically we'll get started on fog. That's happening a lot quicker than I was expecting. So anyways, happy coding everybody. Bye.